everyone, and welcome back to On That Note podcast. We are live in studio today with some fantastic guests. Well, one guest and one podcasting partner. She's already been on my last nerve this morning, so I will go ahead and bring her in without further ado. Miss Molly Montague.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast.
Hi, Molly.
Hi, Chad.
It's been a morning already.
It has. I brought you coffee, though, so you like me right now?
Wow, bringing that up online. I do. Thank you so much for that.
Okay. Enough about us.
The pleasantries are over. It is time to move on.
It is time to move on to the guest of this podcast. We love him. We all know who he is. The Omarvilous, Omar Gray. Thank you for being with us.
Thank y'all so much for having me. I'm so excited.
This is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. This one is going to be fun.
Let's
we're all
do
amped up on coffee, and we got Omar here, so we're good.
We're amped up on coffee and Omar, so Here we go.
All right. Let's get going. So, Omar, you came into New Level. This is this will be year 5.
Yes.
Year 5. I want to start this podcast off with the story of how you became a New Level Music vocal artist.
All right. Well, the real story. I was in college at West Georgia. Peach's music had just came out, and Peach is my favorite team. And there was a girl on the team at that time, and she was like, I'll sing you Peach's music if you help me with this project. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I helped her with the project, and she sent me the music, and then Patrick's email was attached to it. So I waited a few weeks. I was like, I could do this. And so I emailed Patrick, and I was like, hey, anything that I can do, just let me in there. And so he got back to me, and then he ended up asking for a reference, and then there was a lot of conversations. And at the time, I worked at Starbucks. And then he asked to talk to me while I was at work. And so I literally left work and went outside and talked to Patrick.
Dedicated.
Right. I was like, I got to do this, y'all. I got to go. So, yeah. And I've been here since.
So Patrick got an email from Omar saying, like, hey, how can I be part of this? How do you become a vocal artist? Blah, blah, blah. And Pat was like, just send me a demo.
Correct. I believe that's how it went. Something like that.
And then you wrote this vocal. We were talking about it earlier. We're going to have to dig this vocal out and like post it so everyone can hear it. It's hilarious. He wrote this vocal talking to Pat, rapping, saying, please let me on the team. And Pat was like, you're hired. I don't even know what for yet. It's going to happen.
Right. Girl, I don't even think I knew I was going to be a vocal artist. I don't know if I was just like, hey, let me in there. I can clean the bathroom or something. Or if I was just like, I can't remember, but he did ask for it, and I sent it.
Yeah, we're going to have to dig this one out.
Yeah, maybe stay tuned after the podcast, after this episode at the very end, for a sneak peek at that.
Yeah, we'll attach it. Well, now we're making promises. I don't even know if we have it. Do you have it, Omar? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's going in. This is going to be one of those Marvel end scenes, like after the credits.
Yes.
Right. Correct.
We bring it back to the original Omarvilous vocal.
The very first one.
The very first one.
Exclusive here on That Note.
Yes, exclusive. The first time it's ever aired in public.
Correct, because I think Patrick's the only person that's like really heard it.
I've heard it, but it's been years.
Right. Oh, girl.
It may be horrible.
Right.
We're making promises. It's going.
It's out there.
Right.
It
Correct.
might be horrible, but you all know what he sounds like now.
Don't judge me, guys.
And I remember one of our first vocal sessions with you. You came to Pat's studio, and we were recording. You were overwhelmed or something.
Probably.
And you asked to go outside because you needed to be with nature.
Correct.
In the middle of freaking Alpharetta. Like, there is no nature here. He needed to, like, stare at some trees or put his feet in the grass or something.
Girl, that was my weird ask. Just as an artist, I just needed to be in nature.
I love it. But you've killed it ever since.
Right. I've learned a lot. I can say that I have learned so much with this company so far. I can definitely say my first or second year was like really my get in there and learn it.
Yeah.
Because I was working with Pat a lot, and then and that in itself is learning.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, I know that from a producer standpoint, when I'm ordering vocals, he's always my go-to. Like he's like I'll work with about 3 main vocal artists, and he's always one that I put on my sheets.
I love that.
You're everybody's dance.
Correct. I'm either dance or running tumbling.
Yeah. Always.
Is there a specific section that you feel more comfortable in? Or I mean, is it those two, or is it just it doesn't matter?
It really doesn't matter to me as long as I'm in there. Put me in there somewhere. Put me in there somewhere, girl. I don't mind.
What's your like? Can you define your style?
Marvelous, honestly.
There we go.
There we go.
That's what I was looking for.
I expect nothing else.
And I love, like, this job has really helped me, like, define who Omarvilous is and what he sounds like. And so, yeah, marvelous it is.
Well, from a producer standpoint, I agree.
Yes, thank you.
I agree.
You touch things and it turns marvelous.
Correct.
Like what's the king that touches things and it turns to gold? What's his name?
Crickets.
You know this and you're just not answering me.
No, I really don't.
What is do y'all know
I know what you're talking about, girl, but I don't know his name.
what is his name?
I want to say it's Midas, but that's just me.
Is it Midas?
That's right, because the okay, yeah, because of the
The Midas touch.
right.
So you're like King Marvelous.
Correct.
Don't give him that one.
This is improv. I'm making stuff up as I go.
Right.
Which hang on, excuse me. I have to bring this up. We're going to touch back to the very first episode that we released.
Okay.
I want to say for the record that I was right.
Okay.
It is coming down the pike, not pipe. If you Google it. Right now, it says coming down the pike. Although both can be used, and both are used today,
Yeah.
it's coming down the pike.
When
with
I
a K.
heard that, I was like, Molly's obviously right.
No, I'm the one that said pike.
My Omar.
True too.
Molly's obviously right. It doesn't matter what it is.
All right.
I'm right.
This is not right.
That's what I said. I said Molly was right because it sounds like you should be coming down the pipe, not a pike.
The original expression is coming down the pike. It refers to coming down the turnpike. Says Google.
Well,
Because we all know Google
Should
is
we read the whole
correct.
thing because I'm kind of right too. It says the whole thing says Chad's trying to take it out of context. We are waiting to see what comes down the pipe. The sentence implies that you are standing beneath the pipe looking up. Not a good idea. That's what it says. The original expression is coming down the pike. It refers to coming down the turnpike with the image of something getting bigger as it moves toward us. Wah, wah.
I was right.
I think it's like I don't know, because I thought it was pipe too.
Hold on. Okay, now I was right about this one. The half pipe is a structure used in gravity extreme sports such as snowboarding, skateboarding, skiing, etc. So, you were right about coming down the pike.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time? Slowly.
Chad was correct about the first one. However, I was correct about a half pipe because it's like a pipe cut in half.
True tea.
Okay,
don't know
moving on.
nothing
I
about
just wanted it on the record. Well, since everybody here said Molly was right. Molly was right. I wanted it on the record that Chad was correct. So,
Correct.
I don't know why we didn't just Google it to begin with. Anyways, this is the Omar podcast. We are talking to Omar right now.
Hey, y'all.
we are, but our episodes have been released now, so we're getting feedback.
Okay.
So, and we've had some feedback on that.
Right. I did listen to that episode though, so I know.
And
what
you
we're
just
talking
assumed I was right
about. Right.
because he's my Omar.
Well, well, you're right. And for the record, my own girlfriend thought you were right too.
Right. It must be a Southern thing. It has to be.
She's right too.
Everyone thought I was right. Chad.
But you weren't.
Anyway, so Omar, what are we talking about next? I'm like,
So talk to us about how you got involved in cheer to begin with. Let's go all the way back.
Okay, so in 6th grade, I did this thing with the cheerleaders. I've always been involved in school, and I did this thing with the cheerleaders, and I was like, oh, I'll never be a cheerleader, ever.
why?
I don't know, girl. I was in 6th grade. And so I did this one thing with them, and then again in my junior year of high school, I decided to join the cheerleading team. And I was the only boy on the team, and I was like, okay, let's do it. And then I was raised in the ghetto. So, girl, it wasn't no competition. It was stomp and shake. That was it.
So now, where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in Lawrenceville, which is in Gwinnett, which isn't really the ghetto.
No,
but,
it's not at all. It's not at all.
And then I went to school in Lilburn at Berkmar, which is pretty cool. Quavo went to my school. I don't know if he's a part of Migos.
Okay.
Right, something like that. And so we used to stomp and shake. And after that, I went to West Georgia. And I started cheering at West Georgia. That's when I learned, oh, there's actually technique to this. Like, people actually do this. And then after I left West Georgia, I ended up working for Stingrays. And now I work for Rockstar. And that's my career.
So, okay, you went from cheerleading in high school, no comp or anything. And then you just decided to try out at West Georgia, which is like a prestigious cheerleading team.
Right. I did do all-star cheerleading while
in between there. Okay.
Cheer Factory was my first gym in Lawrenceville.
Okay.
When you started cheering in school, because I'm from Rome, Georgia, which is a little northwest. When I was in high school, even though I cheered in college, there wasn't any guys that cheered in school.
Right.
Was your school more adapt to that, or were you kind of the first one?
This guy named Alex was the first one. And then I only tried out, well, I don't remember exactly why I tried out, but I tried out, our cheerleaders were like the best stompers and shakers around. So I was like, okay. I was originally in theater, and then nobody came to the shows, and everybody came to the basketball games. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm doing this.
You just want to be seen.
Right, correct.
Omar just needed attention.
I just had to be there. But Alex was the first one, and then he didn't cheer the year I cheered. I don't know why.
Was he your age?
Yeah, we were in the same grade.
He felt threatened.
Well,
He didn't want none of that. Omarvilous.
right, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine.
That's awesome. And then you started cheering All-Star, and then you decided to go to West Georgia. Didn't y'all win a championship while you were there?
We did.
That's awesome.
And they're like, usually they win. Like they're D2, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, they're usually one or two up there. It's either first or second for them.
Yeah. I knew they had a really successful program. They're UCA?
Yes.
Okay. The 1 minute 30, right? That's more kind of like, I think of UCA as like kind of more traditional and NCA as like more like All-Star.
Right.
Would that be
Yeah.
like an accurate comparison? Okay.
Yeah. Most schools across the country do the 1 minute 30. Most high schools do the 1 minute 30. Georgia is or one of the few that do 2:30.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I grew up in Georgia high school cheerleading, which is all 2 minute 30. We don't, or I guess we do like a 2-8 count cheer in the middle of it, but music's still going kind of thing. So yeah, we were always more geared toward All-Star as well. But I guess most high schools are similar to UCA cheerleading. Okay. And then they do like a big cheer either at the beginning or the end, and then it's just a short thing of music, right? Okay. Does NCA do a cheer at all?
The first day, I think.
Okay.
I've never competed in Daytona, but on cheer, I think they do a cheer.
NCA college.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do a game day routine, and it's about I think a minute 30. I think of what you do in the middle of a UCA routine. That's what you do in the beginning. That score, you get scored on that, and that factors into your day one score, and that carries over to day two. So if you do well on that score, that moves on with you. So, yeah, they do that.
That's cool. You know what I've thought is cool I guess this past year, they started, what is that international all-star division that does the cheer? Electric was in that division last year.
Global something.
Yeah, global something, and they do a cheer at the beginning. Have you seen it?
No.
It's actually really interesting. I think it was Stingray Electric that was in it.
They were.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they're like trying to integrate that into All-Star, which I think is cool. I know there was like a lot of controversy about it last year.
Right.
But I thought it was cool.
To me, I think, and I could be wrong, but the perception to me is that that's more of a varsity thing because most of the varsity people came from UCA. And I think that's coming from that tradition, trying to integrate it across all platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense.
And again, I could be completely wrong, but just
Right.
knowing that varsity started with UCA and they kind of took over from there is kind of where I'm getting that. I'm drawing that conclusion.
Making conclusions.
It's what I do.
Assumptions.
It's what I do.
All right, back to Omar again. Jeez, we're off topic today. That's okay, though.
Right.
So you started coaching after West Georgia. After West Georgia is when you started working with us, right? Or like kind of during. So you were kind of going back and forth. And then when you were done at West Georgia, you came back here. And here meaning, Marietta, Kennesaw,
Right.
North Metro Atlanta for everyone who's not here. And then you started coaching at Stingrays.
Yes.
And you cheered there as well.
I was on rest 2 years.
And you coached there. And now you're at Rockstar?
I am.
What teams did you coach at Rockstar?
At Rockstar, I coach Sugarland, which is a mini 1 team, and then Fallout Boy, which is a senior 3 team.
Awesome.
Co-ed, senior 3.
Now, which Rockstar location? Because they do have a few.
The original Rockstar Cheer Atlanta, so the one in Woodstock.
Where's their other one in Atlanta?
I know there's an Atlanta East and an Atlanta South. I haven't done my research, so I can't tell you. I can't tell you exactly where they are, but they're around there somewhere.
They're one of the gyms that definitely have expanded and have different locations. And
Oh, yeah, all over. Yeah, there's Rockstar locations everywhere. So, okay, how did your music experience get started? Because you obviously thought you could do some kind of rap or writing or something when you contacted Patrick. Where did that manifest from?
I'm a rapper. Let's just go ahead and make that clear. But I think I've always been musically inclined. I did chorus every school, elementary, middle, high school. Like I've been musically trained a little bit. And then I started performing early. So it's always been, and then I've always done musicals as well. And so when I reached out to Patrick, I think it was just, a dream come true. Honestly, I didn't think it would be this big or this great. But yeah, music has always been my thing.
now, what has being involved with New Level done for you, not only personally but professionally? Well, since you'd like to be seen and heard performing, what has it done for you?
It has really helped me grow as a person. It has really shaped my personality. Like in order to be seen and heard professionally and things like that, you have to be somebody people like to see and hear. And so, I've learned to work with a lot of professional people. I've met a lot of people that I probably wouldn't have met, without the company. It's been really great, honestly.
That's great, and I can tell from when you first started until now just how much you've grown.
Yes, thank you. I love it.
Both as a person and as an artist. I mean, you've definitely come out more and really tried new things and tried new styles, and it's definitely worked for you.
Thank you. It's been, well, now I'm not the only one. I used to be the queen of New Level, the only person. But now there's a few more vocalists out there, and I won't lie, when they first came in, I was like, oh my goodness, this means I'm about to lose my job. But I'm still here, and we're still going, so I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're the original.
Right.
You can't replace the original.
The original New Level Queen.
Correct.
Now, you write a lot, too. A lot of people don't know. They hear your voice in a lot of mixes, but you also write for other queens.
Yes. I do a lot of writing. And I love writing. I think that has been, I believe my writing has been what's helped me grow the most. Just like trying to write for different people and then different styles because each team has a different style. So I believe the writing has been what's kept me, afloat.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been, people outsource or come to us, outsource their writing to you all the time, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because there'll be times when I'll try to write, and I'll send the order in especially when he's doing the vocal. I'm like, here's the idea.
Right.
If you can get some of that in there, great. If not, that's fine too.
Yeah, most people don't write for you. Whenever they have vocal orders for you, it's just understood that you're going to write your own vocals.
Right. Correct. And
I don't think anyone could write. It wouldn't make sense.
And I love the here's the idea is probably the best thing because the worst part is getting just a blank sheet. What am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
All right, we up in here, we repping. All right, that's it. Next, please.
Yeah, and that's something, which I'm glad we're touching on because, we've had Taylor on before, and Taylor was talking about how the more directive we have as producers from coaches, the better off we can do their mix.
Correct.
And it's kind of the same thing, I assume, with you being an artist, that the more direction that you have where we would like to take the vocal, you can spin it your own and you can kind of rewrite and touch up and polish.
Correct.
But once you know that direction, then
right,
you can make it your own, which is what we want.
And I need to know how many times we won NCA. When was their last time we do this? We say this. Like when I hear those things, I can develop a character. And I think that's what my writing really is. I develop a character. So I'm this person, I'm this team. So what am I doing? And so when I get all that information, it really does help a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always a pleasure working with Omar. Like he's always giving me exactly what I want.
Yes, thank you. I love that. This is the first other than Patrick, this is the first producer feedback I've gotten.
Really?
I think I'm almost certain. Yeah.
Well, guys, get on it. What are y'all doing?
Send me an
email.
Right.
Omar at New Level Music. You get a ton of social media love, though.
I do. Now I do.
Yeah.
Have an Omarvilous day.
No, what is that thing? You used to do your videos and you would say something at the end.
And always remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, always be smart, be kind, be Omarvilous.
I mean, that's it.
I love it.
I got to start doing those again.
You do.
I want to buy a camera because I want to be a YouTuber. Since I can't go to work, I might as well do something.
Why can't you go to work?
I was in a car accident, and so they're not letting me go to work. They're just holding me back, y'all.
You're supposed to be wearing a neck brace right now, and you're not.
That's different. Only when I'm walking around and stuff.
Why are you going to put him on blast like that?
Right.
Because Omar's like my baby. I feel like I've helped groom him to be an adult.
Yes, she has. There's been many times I've been in this office. Molly, I don't know what's up. And she don't set me right.
He's like my baby. I love him. He's the soft spot in my little heart.
I mean, just completely put him on blast for not wearing his neck brace.
I didn't mean to put you on blast. I was just, since we
It's
were on
fine.
topic, you were in a car accident. You should be wearing your neck brace.
I know. It's fine. I'm a heel. I'll be all right.
I'm a heel. Not if you don't wear that neck brace, you're not.
Right. You sound like my sister now because she's always, you don't want to have no setback. Leave me alone.
Now, she's good at sounding like the sister.
Right.
Who? Me? I'm a sister.
I know.
I have brothers. That's all I have. I don't have any sisters. Well, I have stepsisters, but I didn't get them until I was older. So I grew up around all boys.
It makes sense.
Right. If it's you well.
How does that make sense?
You just do it so well, girl.
Yeah, and this isn't a bad thing. This is a good thing.
Okay.
You're the protective sister.
Yeah. I suppose.
Or a second mom.
Yeah, I'm the mom of New Level. I was the first mom.
Correct. That is true thing.
You were, and you wear that crown well too.
Thanks.
I'm only being nice because she bought me Starbucks.
Right.
Which is a good thing because I got on your nerves fast today.
And the day's just starting. We ain't even started the behind the mix yet.
Yeah, you got me all day, Chad. You're going to love it. Omar's going to hang out with us today. I'm appointing you.
Right. I don't have nothing else to do.
Good.
What I'm doing today.
Well, good. Well, I think we bored people long enough.
I don't think we're boring people. Omar's definitely not.
No, Omar hasn't.
You and I might be boring people.
Yeah, we've kind of taken this thing off the tracks a few times.
I know we have. Hey, okay, so before we end this thing,
Okay.
I need an Omarvilous on mic.
Which one you want?
The beat track Omarvilous.
No, wait. Can we like do an original voiceover since I'm recording this and I might can use this in a reading? I'm just kidding.
No.
You want me to just say it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a little loud, y'all. Excuse me. Oh, marvelous!
We had to. All right, now we got to end on your salutation.
When I wait, there's one thing we actually forgot.
What did we forget?
Tell us, because as we record this is a new thing that's just come out. What was it like for you to hear that Omarvilous vocal in Cheer?
Oh, on Netflix.
Yeah. Well, in Cheer the show, I was like, wait, rewind. That was me. And they did my whole part, so I thought that was great. And then in Cheer in general, like the year it came out, I was like, that's my voice. Play this count track. Not that one. Play this one. And it's been great. Like, honestly.
Isn't it weird, like, going to competitions and, like, hearing your voice in the background?
Especially if I don't know I'm in the mix. Like, if it's just, like, a team, like, a lot of producers send us stuff. So, like, vocals get lost sometimes. And then I'm like, wait, that's me. And then, so sometimes if I have time, I'll go say, hey, y'all, great job. You know, if they hit, you know.
You don't talk to them if they don't hit?
Well, you know, I don't have the time.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. Most of the time, if I'm in their mix and my thing is, when I watch it, I try to make sure that you don't mess up during my vocal. As long as my vocal is going, you do not mess up. There needs to be no deductions. So as long as you're good during that, hey y'all, great job.
So, moral of the story: if you want to meet Omarvilous, hit.
You gotta hit.
Correct.
You gotta hit.
Correct.
You're one of the only, I don't want to say the only, you probably are one of the only vocal artists that we have requested by customers. Like, I want Omar in my mix. A lot of people are like, I want this style. I want someone who sounds like this. Or I want the person who did this vocal in Pat's mix or whatever. But you're like the only person people request by name, I think.
And girl, it has took 5 years to get there. That is great. And sometimes I post it on social media. Hey, tell your producers you want Omar in your mix. Like, put it on your sheets. Do something.
I think it's smart to advertise yourself like that. I mean, obviously, if people are requesting you.
Right. And I'm, like, all over New Level, so I can do anybody's mix, like, now. So.
Well, you're part of New Level Vocals, so you can do literally anyone's mix. Any producer can
Right.
get you.
So send in y'all orders. Let's go ahead and get this started.
And I would be happy to put Omar in my mix. So make sure you book with Team Legacy Productions.
You put him in your mix a lot.
I do.
I love that.
He's one of your go-tos.
Absolutely.
He's probably your only go-to, isn't he? With New Level Vocals.
With New Level, yeah, I do Omar a lot, and then J Mid.
Yeah, you use J-Mid a lot. I love him. Oh, we gotta have him on.
We do. He's local.
Yep, he'd be a good one. We gotta have him on too.
He is sweet.
Yeah.
I like Jamie.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. Well, he changed his name now.
John Lyric.
John Lyric is now his name.
You can just change it.
Yeah, if you want to, I guess.
Okay, come on, John Lear.
Well, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. Sorry we kind of took it off and on the tracks a little bit. We've had fun with this one. This was more personality. I mean, with Omar here, we had to have personality.
Yeah, there's no such thing as Omar around with no personality.
Let me tell you, if I could tell y'all how much I studied for this, I listened to the podcast y'all release. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna say.
We just wing it, whatever.
Yeah, we have a few talking points, but other than that, we're just having a conversation.
I love that, and it's been great. Thank y'all so much.
Well, thank you for coming on. This has been a lot of fun. We definitely enjoyed having you.
We'll
we were really excited.
We'll do it again. You're going to be one of our regulars, probably.
All right. I'll be here. Let me know what time.
Definitely. And guys, thank y'all for listening. Sorry for sitting through mine and Molly's technical issue. We had to share a mic today, which Molly got on my nerves enough today. Now we had to share things.
I don't even know. I don't know. I have nothing to say to that.
I have made Molly speechless. So my job here is done.
Right. We are good.
Because that never happens. So now is the time to say goodbye. Omar, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank y'all.
Omar, send us out with your thing.
And always remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, always be smart, be kind, be Omarvilous.
See you guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, Pat, what it do? Let me tell you a little something. I want to be on top of the world with them Panthers or them orange girls. And if you feel that that's too surreal, then leave me to rock with the man of steel. I'll give you what you want, serve you what you need. Come on, Pat, I'm begging, please. Guess who's the best in the industry? Take a moment, let me think. It's you, yes, you. Ain't nobody better than a PAT. Now, who can I rock right now? Omar and Patrick, shut this thing down. Cause ain't nobody out there better than us. Cause just this team's Omarvilous. Now do it for the girl that think that she's fancy. Do it for the boy that know that he's served. Pull them out on the dance floor. Let them show the world what they deserve. 1 for the money, 2 for the dream, 3 for where my crown grows. Cause now I'm sitting on top of the world with Mr. Cheer Music Pro. Ha!